Hello, people of the world, again.
We're back!
We're going to continue just our train journey through Europe. We left you in...
What was it in the coffee you drank?
Coffee, I hope.
Coffee?
Yeah. We were just leaving Denmark. No, we were just arriving in Denmark. Hamburg. No. We went into the boat with the train, and then we came out on the other side. We were in Germany. Deutschland and all that. And I must say, Denmark was, as I mentioned previously, a slight disappointment because it wasn't special. Yeah, well, the double-decker trains. A double-decker train is always fun because you can sit up high and you can get a little bit
but that is the difference, because I was prepared for what I got in Denmark, and I knew that it wasn't supposed to be a wow experience, but you weren't that prepared.
No.
For what you will get. You thought, oh, we're coming to Denmark, it's a new country, oh, we have this.
And you had that smooth sailing, very pleasant experience going through Sweden, and so Denmark was a slight letdown, to be honest. I mean, I love Denmark, as you've known. I traveled there, we were just there a month ago or something. It's nothing against the country, just that part of the travel was a slight boring. But then we entered Germany, and things got, for the most part, a lot better.
If we're gonna sum up the trains in Germany, we took some trains because the first day we went to Hamburg, and from Hamburg the next day we went to Stuttgart. We passed Frankfurt on the way to Stuttgart, and then we went from Stuttgart back to
Big train station, by the way,
yeah.
Frankfurt.
Most of the train stations we were in Germany were large.
Yeah.
Both Hamburg, Stuttgart, Frankfurt, and Berlin. But we had 4 different train trips in Germany throughout the days we were there. And for me, the first we had from Hamburg to Stuttgart, nothing wrong with the train, the service was excellent, and when we bought a beer in the restaurant, we could sit down in the restaurant. But not only that, we got the beer in glasses.
Was that the one with the compartment?
Yeah.
That's something we don't have in Norway. I don't think we probably had it in a long time eventually. What you see in all the movies, and you have it in the rest of the world, we have compartments on the train. We don't have that at home. We don't have that here. So I've seen it in movies. I've never experienced it. And that was like, whoa, we have a train compartment. Great. And then, it got full and it wasn't so great. It was full of people.
It was crammed.
Yeah, it was crammed. And then we just sort of moved out and found the restaurant wagon, which was we were lucky with the weather. That said, it was sunny all the time we were there. And that's what makes train journeys so wonderful, because you can move about and you can sit and you can enjoy the views and you're moving, and you had your dinner on a plate, on a proper food, very good food, very, very good service. I mean, you can say what you want about Germans, but they really, it's such a nice, I think the service there is very nice and the food is good, and as you said, you get it in a glass, and so we ended up having most of that trip actually in the restaurant wagon.
Yeah, and the speed.
Yeah, it's like properly quick.
Yeah, the fastest train we took from Frankfurt to Berlin was around 300.
Yeah, that's about 180 miles.
And all the trips we took, the high point of it was the train from Frankfurt to Berlin. Most because of the speed. It was a new train. We didn't have this compartment, so we had the seats were good.
Yeah.
We had a restaurant where we could sit with also used a lot because it was nice to sit in the restaurant and have a beer.
Yeah, and have a food.
We both like beers, so
yeah, and you had the food and the price. It was cheap, but the food was good. My point of view, it was cheap. Then again, coming from Norway, everything is cheap, I guess. Just a nice thing about trains, you can move about. It's not cramped like it's in most airplanes. You get on the train and you go. You don't have to wait. No check-ins, no check-outs, no security controls, baggage, anything like that. You just go.
I have to say one thing then about security checks.
Yeah.
Because in Spain, if you go to Spain, there is X-ray.
Is it?
Yeah. If you want to go on high-speed trains in Spain, you have to X-ray your luggage. But as you say, still it's really more comfort to you go. You have luggage. You don't have to think about overweight. You have your luggage with you. Put it in the shelf. Go and sit down and you relax. Go take food. You get from A to B without stressing. I think train is my favorite because it's so relaxing.
And I think the difference between traveling in Europe and traveling in Norway, as most of you, I guess, understood, is well, price. That said, we travel on Interrail tickets. As I've understood, you probably have researched this. It's not necessarily cheap. If you're going to travel, pay the ticket yourself and not have the Interrail pass.
Yeah.
So.
And we had our Interrail passes, so we could. In fact, we could just go on a train and hope there was room for us.
Yeah, that's how this works. Just a quick explain if you don't know what it is. You buy an Interrail pass on Interweb and you decide on how many days. So I'm going to be gone from X to X date, and then within that date you decide how many traveling days you want. You can 5, 10, 15 or something. And you pay for those days, and then that's valid more or less all trains in entire Europe.
Yeah. Then you can go on to the train station with the pass and go on board and hope there is a seat for you. But you can also reserve a seat, just a seat. That in Germany it costs 4.5 euros for a seat one way, and because I wanted to know I had a seat, because I know where the good seats are, I thought, well, let's spend those almost 5 euros on a seat, and we know we have a seat that's ours. And that system, it was very clever system they had in the German trains.
Okay.
Because
Deutsche Bahn.
Deutsche Bahn, because over each seat you had this display where it said the number of the seat, and also behind this you had a display, as I said, where it says where this seat is reserved. As when, for example, when we went from Hamburg to Stuttgart, this, for example, seat 81, and it says Hamburg, Stuttgart beside. And that if this train then continues to München, they know that from Stuttgart to München, the seat is not reserved, and we can sit there. Or if we had traveled from Frankfurt to Stuttgart on the same train, and another passenger comes on board in Hamburg, he knows, okay, this seat is available to Frankfurt. I will exit the train in Frankfurt, so that's nothing for me, so I can sit here. The information on the train in Germany was excellent. You had this screen in the end of every carriage that says where the route, which carriage you were in, what the station was, and also the speed. return home from Berlin. Well, we ended up with doing Interrail like Interrail should be done. Just meet up and say hello, and go with the flow, because we had short changing times always from Berlin to Copenhagen. I think we have like 4 or 5 changes in trains, but we got from Berlin to Copenhagen as planned. Found the hotel that was rubbish.
Well, it was alright for one night, but nothing else. They just sleep and then they go out again and they go somewhere else.
It was near the airport, so
yeah, and cheap. So Norway is services bad, and there's no food, you can't drink beer, and it's just general labor. The train as such is alright. I mean, the seats are good and all that, so there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the availability of amenities, which is really, really bad. Yeah. You have a vending machine, you have some bad coffee.
From Oslo to Gothenburg, there are only 3 trains per day.
And then in Sweden, you have very nice, much the same train sets. I feel are very much the same design-wise. And the seats are good no matter where you go, but not that. But the amenities are much better in Sweden. You can have your beer, you can have your food, you can actually eat it where you sit.
The Denmark, it was
so
regular.
But as you said, we run on commuter trains, so I don't know if they have anything else over there.
They have, but that goes from.
So it's not really fair to compare it then.
And also, we had to take this one commuter train because they had to renovate the railway. So.
And Germany is, as you might understood, it's sort of the high point so far. The food was very nice. The prices were, as always, pleasant.
And except the delay we had. But that was not Deutsche Bahn's fault, it was the ferry.
That's how it is when you're going to have a train on a ferry, yeah, so they have to
Have
synchronize.
to wait for the ferry.
Yeah, you have to synchronize everything, so that can happen.
So, but otherwise from that, the Deutsche Bahn delivered full time.
Yeah.
They were on schedule, the train were excellent, as you say, the prices in the restaurant and the food was good. Price for the Interrail ticket, it was well worth the money.
It was 250 euros, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a sale.
Yeah.
There was a spring sale. We just jumped on.
I think we can conclude this on saying that if you want to travel in Europe and you don't want to have a car, or you want to see the countryside and all that, trains is
the best.
It is the best way, and if you want to do it fairly cheap manner, which also gives you a liberty in the sense of when you want to travel, we can probably say that Interrail is the best way to do that as well.
Yeah, and we will put down some links in the description on the web page you can visit.
Yeah.
But I have to say something that you said in part 1.
Yeah.
Because Interrail, you can also be citizens from other parts of the world and do the Interrail. It isn't only for Europeans. You can be Canadian or American or Australian, but the prices is slightly different. Maybe we see you next summer on the Interrail if we go on another trip. We don't know, but thumbs up for Interrailing, relaxing, nice way to see the countryside and the city side and different
Europe
sides
in general.
Different sides of Europe. So yeah, please like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to his channel. And if you have been watching our rambling in these 2 parts about traveling by train in Europe, thank you for doing that. I will see you sometime as again he will ramble on weekly. So bye bye.
Bye.